Hello, riders. It's great to be back. I'm Julie Moyer-Maservi, president of JMMDS, a nationally known landscape architecture and design firm in Saxton's River. And I'm also the proud owner of Home Outside, our app that makes expert landscape design available and affordable for everyone. Have you ever seen a property that was so beautifully landscaped that when you walked onto it, that it just about took your breath away? That's what we do. We also write books about landscape design. I've been in the business 40 years, do lectures, do beautiful parks in Toronto on the harbor front. But our mainstay business is this. We work with residential customers. We devote ourselves to making one-of-a-kind designs that are perfectly tailored to our clients' needs. But these guys need us too. This is what I see wherever I travel. Homeowners who spent most of their money on their houses and almost nothing on the rest of their properties. Why is this? I think it's because they don't have enough time, they have few skills, and very little confidence to even try. But still others who are good at gardening need more affordable design help. And it's a huge market out there. There are 164 million homeowners in the US, and they've spent about $30 billion last year on lawn and garden products. And really imagine if somebody could help people fulfill their longings and create the landscapes of their dreams, how much more they'd spend. We started our Home Outside brand to help every homeowner have access to the tools they need for good outdoor design. We first wrote the book, Home Outside, to help them create the landscape they love. And then we developed an app and an online design service. When it comes to landscape projects, 77% of homeowners want to do it themselves. So for them, we've pre-drawn the 700 elements that are part of every property, from the house to the driveway, all the way down to the compost pile. It's fun, it's easy to use. It's now free, and this says it's not free, but we just made it fully free. And no one else is doing it. But in our app, you can also get design help if you want it. Here on the left, a California client used our app to mock up his spare existing conditions from which our designers then were able to create a beautiful landscape that you can see on the right. The process is simple. We created a very interesting and good digital workbook. We create draft designs with an image board. We do a screen sharing phone conference, and then we do a final design with notes. And it costs only $649, which is thousands less than what a normal landscape design master plan would cost. And here's our beautiful result. So far in the past 3 years, we've done 75 Home Outside designs for almost $70,000, and we've really only just scratched the surface. 11% of those who inquire about our basic service sign up with us, and 29% of those continue to work with us on planting plans, construction details, and maintenance questions that they might have. These are great conversion rates, and we have wonderfully happy customers, which is really important to us. Young families and baby boomers make up our major market, which really sort of mirrors the demographics of the housing market. But more and more millennials are finding us and are buying homes at the same time, like this townhouse in Brooklyn with its little tiny front yard, which we just finished for them. Millennials will be our biggest customer base in the coming years. This chart shows our potential revenue streams for the brand. We're already doing the littlest one, the design fees, but you can see that there are tremendous possibilities, and let me explain how those work. First of all, what we want to do is to create 3D view, which will be a game changer for our app. People will be able to finish their design, push a button, and walk around their property in a 3D world. It'll cost about $50,000 to create and will be a really great thing to do. We also want to partner with the home design website House, which will give us powerful tools to reach new customers and to help grow our designer network. And House's own research, they have 35 million users in House. Their own research shows that 52% of their customers want professional design help. And if just 1% of those people downloaded our app, we'd have 20,000 new design customers. But our biggest and most exciting growth strategy is to partner with home centers so we can meet the clients right where they shop. Lowe's alone has 17 million customers weekly. Through the app, we can help make sense of the overwhelming choices that these poor customers face when they go to home centers, where there's no design help. Our app can be the mobile landscape design kiosk that these customers need. We can help retailers sell more products by showing their customers how to create beautiful, affordable, and inviting home landscapes. We can curate garden projects that link to products, put them into our customers' yards, move them around, and then have them buy these through shopping carts. And every time they buy one product, they can actually create a whole project out of it. And you can see what the difference in price is. This shows our funnel, which is the app at the top, and commissions per product sale at the bottom, with huge possibilities there. And this is our growth projections for the next 3 years. We're currently in discussions with 3 different retailers, and you can see that if we can work with them, which I think we will, our revenue projections can be phenomenal. So who wants to help us move these homeowners from longing for a beautiful landscape to actually creating one? Let's get everyone outside again in their own backyards. Thank you.
Jeremy, then Bob.
My question is quick. The app, the concept of the app, is it protected in any way? So that if you showed it to Home Depot, they couldn't just go and replicate it?
They could. I've been showing it to people for a while, but they haven't done it because it's a lot of work, a lot to do. It's taken us 3 to 4 years to get to this point. It's surprising no one's done it, though. We do have, obviously, a trademark on the name, but beyond that, no, it's not.
Bob?
This is the 3rd time
I know, Bob. You're so great.
I enjoy it every time.
Thank you.
And I see your vision, evolving. So in terms of everything you've told us today, what are you really focused on? You have the app and you're dealing in first rates, and at the end you have the home run. Lowe's or one of them, which makes tremendous sense. Where are you?
So what we want to do right now is we want to do the 3D view, which is $50,000. We want to grow our designer network so we're ready to scale the minute that publicity hits, and we also sign one of these retail deals. What I'd love to do with that is prove the concept that if we curate projects, we can help those retailers sell many more products, and we can get a commission on sales and white label the app. So I'm really trying to do one deal and finish getting the app fully developed to where we want it to be. Does that answer the question? Not really. Uh-oh.
Well, you sort of just went through all the things you're doing.
Well, but those all have to happen together to make it work, okay? We have to scale the designer network to be able to keep up with the demand.
Doug, you're next.
Thinking about the online consultations for $649, you mentioned getting sort of 1% or a fraction of a percent would give you tens of thousands of consultations. How long does it take a professional to do that consultation? How scalable is that? Are they all going to be?
That's a great question.
Are you going to farm that work out?
What we'd like to do ultimately in about 2 years, I think we can manage everything that comes in through my own designer network that I am scaling as we speak, bringing in people from California I know are good. I know the whole network out there because of my work. But what we need to do in 2019 is probably create a kind of QuickBooks Pro model so that we can just connect the designers directly to the customers for a subscription, an annual subscription fee. I think that's where we're going to move ultimately.
Judy.
Have you considered with some of the retail partners kind of a roundabout way, like when you get a Lowe's credit card, you get this app for free, or you partner with them a different way just to get the app out there, rather than working on a percentage of what Lowe's sells?
Sure, there are many ways to do this. The way that makes most sense that we're close with all 3 people we're talking to, all 3 retailers, is this concept. So I'm going to keep going with it a little bit further and prove it. So I want that first sale and then the second one. And then I think we'll really know that we can go to a bigger place like Lowe's and prove the concept and scale it the way it needs to be. But it's a great idea, Judy. I have too many things going on already. Yes.
David.
I love the concept of going into Lowe's and having the Lowe's person pull up the app and help me design the yard. I'm just trying to connect that to your revenue stream. If I can get the app free on my phone, or they get the app free on their computer.
Yeah. Lowe's wouldn't help you. We would help you, or our designer network would help you. What we would do is connect designers to a customer.
Would you create a, I don't know, say private label, but a relationship with a company like Lowe's to be able to provide their product within your app?
Yes.
So that's where you're.
I'm sorry, I didn't make that clear enough. Yes, their product line would be in our app so that you could buy through the app exactly what you're looking to buy. Okay, the whole project could be bought right through the app.
And is anybody is there some history where the big box guys, Lowe's will make
Haven't
that
gotten
kind of
there yet.
commission relationship?
Oh, they do commission relationships, but they haven't done exactly what I'm talking about, which is surprising.
So Dave Schmidt and then Mike.
So you have you showed the front yard of the Brooklyn apartment.
Yes.
That's $650.
Yep.
And I have 3 acres in Williston, that's $650.
It is, and the reason is we're good and we're fast, but also the second sale is what also happened with Brooklyn. We worked with them on actually detailing those big slabs. We did the planting plan for that. So there was another few $1,000s that we made out of that sale, okay? Our initial design for you might be the first thing we do, and then we'd start to take planting plans and other things for your larger property, making more money that way.
But if, like you have a walkway and you want to just do the walkway.
Yep.
That's the same thing as an entire.
No, we can work in a custom way on an hourly basis with you to do that walkway. We have many different ways we can work, but the basic service usually is what we need to do first to be able to understand that we've created a good design palette for you that's going to work for you in the future. It's a master plan, and everyone needs one.
But I don't think everybody's willing to put $650 down to get there.
Well, then they can have a free app and do it themselves. We've covered the 77% and the 33%.
Mike, had you next.
Yeah, so why is it you've chosen to focus on the app and generations of the app as opposed to just a mobile-friendly website?
We're doing that for the designer network. That's coming next. The app is already ready to be put into a desktop version, but we're holding on to it to get it fully created for our pros to use as their basic way to work with clients. It's easier in some ways on a desktop.
Why would you just make a mobile-friendly website and then be done with it?
Well, we could, but we want to keep going with this. We feel like we've just begun to explain, to show what we can do with this app and then what we can do to get designers to help more people than just us. Am I not answering the question?
I mean, it seems to me that a mobile-friendly website would cover all of those bases. And
But
then
I'm sorry. So the difference is that we wanted to be able to have our people take that app right out into their gardens, and work with it right there, and be able to see what they're doing, to work within the garden, then to bring it back into their own home. So having an app with a tablet is a really great way for this app to be used, among many others that are going to be there. Yeah.
Heidi, final question.
I've seen some and played myself with landscape applications. Not only will they help you lay it out, they'll show you 5 years, 10 years, as the trees get bigger,
Yes,
then people make a lot of mistakes planting things.
that's
too
right.
close.
Yep.
So will you have any of that?
Eventually, we will have that. The planting world is a huge world, and that's a whole big app that needs to be created there. So that would be a down-the-road thing that we hope to do in 2 years.
Thank
Most
you.
garden apps, by the way, just to tell you, most garden apps are small, deal with each bed. Ours deals with the whole property, and that's the real difference between our app and others. Thank you very much.
Thank you.